Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. We'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 4 seed in this playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on the number 8 seed in the playoff, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for this semi-final collision. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? A handoff from the shotgun. That one takes it across the 30-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Catch made on the right side. And the game just good enough for a first down.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Getting set. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And it's caught across the middle. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Here's the second down play. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Here's a screen pass to the running back. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
I love early in a game like this where you get the running back involved. You just get his hands on the football. Also, nice, easy screen. Gets the quarterback settled into the game. Nice, easy throw. And look at this. It ends up being a huge play.
Looking for his back. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. He hands it off from the gun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game.
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And they finally stop him. But the quarterback keeper picks up great yardage and a first down. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. The back's got it. He's found some room at the 45. He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they take the early lead. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. But the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now. First down play, not a good one. Looking at 2nd and long here. Play action fake, looking to throw. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. Solid return to set up his offense.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring.
Taken down, but not before he makes the first down.
That's a football play right there, Chris. This one takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get the ball into your back's hands. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. How about the wide receivers? They're doing a nice job blocking downfield. Almost felt like half the offense was out in front of him, giving him a chance to pick up some big yards.
And they'll get him down that time.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
They'll try to power it in right up the middle. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big 3rd down coming up.
Ball sits at the 2-yard line for 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain.
All right, now what are you going to do here? You have enough confidence in your offense to punch it in from the 1? These are the kind of scenarios you practice over and over during the week. This head coach,
all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
With the PAT, they take a 14-0 lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. They're going to run it. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Tackle made after the completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
And the Ducks pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. Play action here on first down. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
A completion makes it second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Fowler. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. The Ducks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Handoff here from the shotgun. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Positive yards, that's all you want to see as an offense. As long as you're moving the ball forward, it's going to give you a chance to continue to get first downs. What are they looking at now? 3rd and inches, it looks like.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Running back with the football. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. With all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Here we go. 1st and goal. A touchdown here gets them right back into this game.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding.
All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. See if they can convert the point after. With the extra point, they're down 14-7 now. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
They'll feed the back again. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. And that sets up a return. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. Really excellent possession last time. A mix, the run and pass kept the defense off balance en route to a touchdown. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
QB decides to keep it here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. The Ducks will line up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back. Get them.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. Kirk is beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Finally marked out after a big game, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Back's got it on a counter. That's the 2-minute warning now here in the first half. Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Eventually they tackle him, but what a spin move to earn him the first down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a 1st down.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's picked off in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them. That
gain makes it 2nd and medium. quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. The pass is intercepted. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway at the 26-yard line is huge. What's the call here? The drive begins with excellent field position. And looking to throw now on first down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
LSU is now operating in the red zone. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch downfield. They stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's first and goal. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He's close to the goal line, and the football comes out. Who's got it? Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
Well, anytime the quarterback takes off and improvises, there's always the risk that the ball goes on the ground. He does a nice job of going off script, trying to create to make something, anything happen, but he doesn't take care of the ball, and the defense does a nice job of swatting the ball away.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
That play was perfectly defended. You know, sometimes as an offense and offensive coordinator, you hit a wall, and it's time to mix some things up on what you show the defense.
Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Caught over the middle. It's Fowler. Finds room at the 30. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. At the 20. At the 10 now. Touchdown, Ducks. It was a foot race and he won it. Kicking team on now for the extra point. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Final seconds in the first half. They will just take a knee and head to the locker room. Looks like the offense is content to run out the clock here and just take it to intermission. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Ducks will kick this away to start the second half. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Lofting it toward the left sideline. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So second down after the incompletion. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Great job by this defense once again on that third down, and now we get to fourth down. And you start to think about things here as we get into the second half, Chris. You go for it, you make it, everybody's happy. If you go for it on fourth down and you don't get it, now you're giving your opponent the football in pretty good field position.
that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. He'll take a deep shot. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. He's got some room and some blockers here. Past the 20. And he steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And he's taken down way behind the line. It'll be a huge loss here.
You talk about flipping the script. The defense is giving up some yards, potentially going to give up some points. And on this play right here, the offense was in the red zone, and now a significant loss and a sack.
Not much on that play, brought down short. They moved the ball into good position, but now it's 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He's got it right near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, LSU. Here's the point after attempt. The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the 3rd quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. Went backwards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 24. A quick throw out left, complete. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Boy, nice. By this Oregon offense to be able to show you it's not just about the quarterback's ability to run. Often you associate that with that Oregon quarterback, right? That dual threat guy that can run it. Not forget about their ability to throw the football out in Eugene. Think about Darren Thomas, the career that he had. Started for a few years, took his team all the way to the national championship, made some big throws. And Justin Herbert. Of course, enough said, we see it every NFL Sunday what he can do. 4-year starter for the Ducks. We're still seeing these Ducks quarterbacks being able to throw the football.
It's a big gain across midfield all the way to the 39-yard line.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
And the Ducks lining up here on 1st and 10. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He's moving out of the pocket. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on first down. Take a shot downfield. One thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a first down.
Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
So here we go, third down. Defense needs a stop here, try to force a field goal attempt. From the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
That's where you tip your cap to the offensive line. 4th down in inches, simple call, quarterback sneak, but a nice surge there up front by the big boys to give the quarterback plenty of room to pick up that first.
Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. Defense clearly setting up to stuff the run here. On 2nd and goal, they hand it to him again. Touchdown, Oregon. They'll take the lead in the 2nd half. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Look at this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. When he's got some space here. Gets some blocks. Can they catch him? They can't catch him. Touchdown. That is an unforgettable moment, that kick return. A touchdown in a playoff game.
Great blocking to set this return up, and of course you can see his natural instincts as a runner. Once he got through that initial surge from the coverage unit, nobody's going to stop him from scoring.
He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the 3rd period. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again? Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back. He's looking deep here. The deep shot is caught for a big gain. And a big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to the 39. Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. Using his legs, it's Thompson. In the clear at the 25. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way.
And he'll get there. Touchdown, Ducks. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT puts him in front by 7. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the return starts just inside the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now. They bring the punter onto the field now. And here's the return. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. Their last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. Can the defense come up with answers this time? The sure hands. It's Thompson. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. Oh, he misfires again, 3 in a row.
I like the call here. 3rd down and long. You know they're going to apply pressure. The screen game almost works, but you've got to complete the pass for your guy to have a chance to turn upfield. It's a missed opportunity there on 3rd down and long.
So they'll spot the ball near the 15-yard line. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Receiver makes the grab and uses his speed to pick up solid yardage. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He escapes the sack. Now it's 2nd down here. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. That's a short return, but the pick wipes out a scoring threat and sets up the offense at the 33.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoffs. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Caught behind the line. It's Thompson, and he will be stuffed for no gain. 2nd down play coming up. And the quarterback dropping back. It's the running back in the flat. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
How about the discipline of this defense here on 2nd down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's 3rd down.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He lets it go. Grab down the middle. It's Thompson. They tackle him at the 3, but that's a great gain on the pitch and catch.
For this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Goal line formation for the defense. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, they're just not successful here on 2nd and goal, but let's give a lot of credit to this defense. They've looked good on these first 2 opportunities by the offense. They strung that last play out and forced a loss of yardage, bringing up 3rd down.
Oh, and he dropped it. The would-be touchdown could not come up with the football. Now it's 4th down.
Interesting call here, Chris, to throw the ball on 3rd and short. Unable to come up with a 1st down. Now here, 4th down, you got a big decision to make. Do you kick the field goal just to add to the lead, or maybe go for this here with a chance to drop the hammer? Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Interesting call here, Chris, with a screen pass in the 4th quarter late in the game. I think they're expecting the defense to get upfield on the pass rush. They give the defense all the credit, recognizing it, almost really anticipating that this screen was coming, and then rallying to the ball.
The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Man, really good job here by the defense, flying around, recognizing the ball is out, and then making the tackle short of the 1st down.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. He's going to take off here. Breaks loose at the 40. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Breaks loose at the 40. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle. First down, looking to throw the football. Pressure is coming. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. 2nd down after that previous play. Receiver in motion now. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Running out of time in the pocket. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
So 2 losses in a row puts them in a tough spot. 3rd and very long. Defense is coming after him. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete, and the drive ends right there.
Well, the ball's close to midfield, and this offense is trying to get things going here in the 2nd half. I understand the aggressive mindset, but this one could cost them.
And that football is out, a potentially game-changing play, but who's got it? Offense keeps possession, recovers the fumble. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. Offense getting set. It's second down. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. You make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
And that's going to be a first down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. So now it's third and short from the 21 as this defense tries to make a stand and force a field goal attempt or a fourth down stop. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. They've converted one of their 2 fourth down attempts so far. Looks like we're going to get a third attempt right here. From the shotgun, drops back. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. The Bucs pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs.
Boy, that conversion right there was an absolute dart by the quarterback, hitting his receiver, and the ball comes out that fast. It puts so much pressure on the defense to locate the football, let alone trying to get their hands on it.
On the run, it's Thompson. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration.
This has been a great game and a great opportunity for this offense to show what they've been all about all year. They win today, and they advance